So I just wanted to do a short presentation and then just kind of diving more into what speech therapy is. Um, so what is speech therapy? Speech therapy provides treatment and support for people experiencing speech disorders and communication problems. Speech therapy is targeted towards both adults and children, also including children on the autism spectrum, children with Down syndrome. A speech disorder, which is why people go to speech therapy, is an issue that prevents a person from communicating using spoken words, which is why they benefit from speech therapy. Just a little background on speech disorders. They can come from multiple developments, nerve injuries to the brain, muscular paralysis, structural abnormalities, and developmental disabilities. A study in 2015 showed that 8% of children between the ages 3 to 17 years old experience communication disorders. Also, according to NIDCD, which stands for National Institute on Deafness and Other Communication Disorders, state that around 7.5 million people in the U.S. have trouble using their voices, which is a lot of people. With speech therapy, you get assigned an SLP, which stands for Speech Language Pathologist. This person provides treatment and support for people with speech orders. The health goal and what we're trained to do is to evaluate and treat those with speech, language, or swallowing disorders. People refer often to SLPs as speech therapists. SLP for children. There are three main activities that SLPs do for children. You have language activities, which involve playing, talking with children, using pictures, books, and objects. The goal is to stimulate some form of language development, to point to an object and be like point and be like, I want. Without saying, there's at least some form of communication with their hands. Also using correct pronunciation and using repetition of the words. Then you have articulation activities, which helps a child with their pronunciation, specific sounds. The SLP would first show how to make specific sounds, such as like for if you're gonna say apple, you go apple, but you would form an sound. Exercises for the SLP. With speech language, you use your tongue, lip, and jaw exercises. So this would help strengthen the area to help with future speech and communication. Next, you would have speech language therapy for adults. So speech language for adults, there are 4 key components. Social communication. So this is just an SLP using problem solving, memory activities, and conversation exercises. The goal of this is to improve communication. Next, you would have breathing exercises. So this just helps the SLP assist with resonance issues in an adult. Next would be mouth exercises, which is ways to, such as a child, is ways to just help strengthen your oral muscles, which can help improve communication. Mouth exercises work really well with stroke victims, so people that lose functioning facial movements can impact their speech, especially swallowing exercises are also a big one. Medical issues can cause swallowing difficulties in an adult. Some of these medical issues can be Parkinson's disease, oral cancer, or like I mentioned before, stroke. An SLP uses swallowing exercise to help a person manage these issues. in everyday life to life.